Raccoonies. You finish your food I left for you, Raccoonie? Yeah, that's all I had. Sorry, buddy. Glad you got it, though. Considering the destination of your destiny is comforting amidst present dysphoria. Ominous opulence, erratically grappling innocuous oscillations, incur instant fossilizations. Rarely aware Americans stare at their heirlooms that loom in the air, fortunes and portions betwixt a ration of shit stripped out, downsized, struck by budget cuts and shrinkflation. So much for the pleasure-inducing creation, inverted conversation, inversation, amidst adversarial apparitions, allegorical allegations, central sinful sensations, Sin City sensitivities, simple implications, implicit placation, available aviation, invitation, viable variations of vacations, vacancy, invasions. Power gets corralled and carefully used, diffused and conducted, rerouted to a cloud, and the powers that be who covet all power and claim it eventually won't be able to contain it, or use it to control us, because too much power in one place blows up, and the top dog becomes the underdog in the blink of an all-seeing eye. Don't let yourself get glued to the tube in anxious anticipation for the next new piece of information to bring to the conversation. This right here is clearly an incongruent timeline, and how many times we got to see the lucky number 33 in the headlines? Don't they realize everyone knows? You're not talking in code if the code has been exposed. Derp. Instantly putting karmic repercussions to be postponed. Under the rug, there's a growing bump of crud that's becoming an obstacle that will eventually need to be addressed. Shrug it off and shrink into the shrubs, shaken but not stirred up. Some deplorable man bored a hole in your dam, and it's a horrible jam you're now in as the reservoir has sprung a leak too big for you to plug. You're slower than a slug, and these problems require immediate action. But only a despicable man would seek safety before warning the town from the dam down that there's about to be a flood. And y'all better flee before you're all drowning in petty Sorry, Charlie. Only escapes if your shape is between bullseyes wide shut. Can you or can you not make this stuff up? The downward spiral of a narcissist's ego death is a long and winding road, the path least traveled indeed. To succeed is to suck seeds from the grapes of wrath and bathe in a baby's bathwater. And like a sea otter, you gotta crack the shell of your prey before devouring. You'll grow slowly, twisting with spiny spikes that poke folks who get too close, until one day suddenly flowering a big, gorgeous neon bloom, dazzling the minds of many, like a cactus in the high desert. Ah! We're upside down now. There's gotta be more. Ah! What is this? That's where we started. I guess we're just upside down now. Other loose pages, I can flip it. Staring into the sky and wondering, after all mankind's pillaging and plundering, can we still call ourselves kind? And can we leave the chaos behind? Let the dead bury the dead and the blind lead the blind. Should we work on you with this or work on this with you? Is truth something you need to be convinced of, or are you convinced when it's true? Contact force will push you. A fictitious force just won't. Fictitious fixations, frigid fidget spinners, common dominoes, ominous and anonymous, random grammar and random grammar and anagrams. That's too much. internalized journalism, pleasurized discomfort, laugh track not tracking, uncomfortably dumbed down, wasted waitress, flaming flamingos, tethered balls, lame ducks named Donald, intrinsic implications, lost ostriches. Can't get punked if you don't give a fuck. Pray you won't be preyed upon. Compunctionary co-pilot. 3 blind dykes flee the market. Floppy disk breaks. Blind-sided, deaf-muted, waterlogged floodgates. Deep statements. Rubik's Cube drops. Q-tips. Cubic rubies. Deep freezing in the Antarctic treason. Compartmentally retarded. Retroactive Mercury, retrograded report cards. Don't preach till you master what you practice. Singing to the deaf, preaching what you... blank space. I got a blank space, baby, and I got your name. One-Eyed Jackson, Suicidal Kings. A homicidal queen of hearts is how the game begins. Wild cards become docile when a dealer goes unchecked with a loaded deck. Never conspire with a live wire or a loose cannon. You'll end up shipwrecked, accused of treason. Those who abandon reason receive a ration of scrutiny garnished with mutiny. Reset back to square one, the familiar drawing board. Captain Pretzel tied himself in a knot trying to tie up loose ends, stripped of dignity in the outskirts, grappling with hooks in the hangar. Hooks in the hangar. The end of the world is always being predicted to come by folks who mean what they say. And when that time and date arrives and turns out to be just another day... Here's the nothing burger you ordered with a side of weak sauce. Would you like a nice cold glass of shut the hell up to wash it down, or would you prefer our home-brewed, fresh-squeezed, organic, non-GMO, free-range fuck off? All right, on that note, late.